Before leaving your treatment room, make sure all disposables are thrown away, instruments are in the correct location in the cassettes, and wipe with a 2x2 gauze if heavily debris. Close the cassette and put burrs back in the burr block and close. Place it all in a transport bin ready to go to sterilization. Transport bins should be placed in the appropriate area in sterilization. Before entering sterilization, you should be in full PPE. Before handling anything in the sterilization room, first wash your hands and put on nitrile gloves. Then it's a good idea to grab all the pouches that you may need. Grab the correct size bags and initial date and label what machine they will be sterilized in with the correct form of marker. If a heat indicator is not provided on the bag, make sure to grab one and fill out with the correct information, then place it in the bag. Before handling any instruments, put utility gloves over your nitrile gloves. Then grab the transport bin from the holding area and open it on the counter. A handpiece is placed in the handpiece maintenance system. Placed in Sterling by screwing in the slow-speed handpieces and the high-speed pop into the quick connect. Make sure the cover is closed and select which numbers have a handpiece on them. Push the button to turn on. The machine will run water and oil to clean and maintain the handpieces. To use the ultrasonic, a detergent should be placed in and filled with distilled water to the indicated 3 dots. Drop loose instruments in the ultrasonic and start with a minimum time of 4 minutes. Always avoid touching the liquid. Cassettes are placed horizontally in the hydrum. Be sure to place the large cassettes on the top rack and the smaller cassettes on the bottom. Loose instruments can be placed in the basket. Burrs cannot be placed in the hydrum. To start the hydrum, tap on the screen and click the P2 button. Make sure the door is closed and select Start. The hydrum will run for 30 minutes. While instruments are being cleaned in the ultrasonic and hydrum, go ahead and wipe your transport bin. Once to wipe the bioburden and then again to disinfect. After the disinfectant has sat for the appropriate time, place above in the correct place for next use. Grab handpieces from the handpiece maintenance machine or Sterling and wipe with a Cavicide wipe and place on the counter. Get the loose instruments from the ultrasonic by picking up the basket by the handles and rinse in the sink. After rinsing, place the instruments in the dryer that is located below the sink. To turn on the dryer, wave your hand under the green button. It will flash to indicate that it is turned on. Instruments and burr blocks only need a few minutes in the dryer. Instruments should be placed in the appropriate bag sizes. There should be a 2-finger width space around cassettes or instruments in a bag. To close the bag, remove the strip and fold at the perforated edge. Check to ensure there are no gaps in the fold. If there is not a sterilizer ready for immediate use, place bagged items in the holding area on the wall. Instruments that come out of the hydrant should be dry and be ready for bagging. Once instruments are enclosed safely in bags, you can remove your utility gloves. To open the autoclave, pull the handle up and then pull out. Check the water level indicated in the tube. Make sure the water level is within the green, and if low, fill with distilled water. Pull out the appropriate tray size and place on the counter. Place the pouches paper side up. Make sure the pouch is not too big for the tray. Multiple instruments can fit on the same tray as long as the pouches don't overlap. Cassettes and loose instruments that are bagged or wrapped can go in the autoclave. To use the autoclave, press pouches and start. Before using the Statum, make sure you check the water levels in the reservoir. The water level in the tank should be in between the maximum and minimum line. If not, take out the drain. The Statum is a sterilizer for instruments that cannot stand the high heat of the autoclave or instruments that are needed immediately. All handpieces and burrs go in the Statum. Pull out the drawer and open it on the counter. Place bagged items horizontally in the racks. If there are no racks, place paper side down. Make sure the drawer is closed correctly and placed back in the Statum. Select pouches and hit start. It will run for the program time. If the machine were to malfunction, information about cycles can be found in the flash drive. Before retrieving from sterilization machines, hands should be washed and gloved. The autoclave door will pop open when the cycle has reached the end. Be sure to stand back as the steam is very hot. When it is ready to open, pull the handle up and out. When retrieving from the statum, try to only grab the drawer by the handle as it is also very hot. All cassettes and instrument packages are placed in designated areas for storage, to be returned to the treatment room. All sterilization use must be recorded, processing and results. Biological monitoring must be done once a week. To perform, label capsules and place them in the autoclave with instruments. After it has run, it is crushed and results are recorded after sitting for 8 hours. If the vial changes color, then the autoclave is not working correctly and cannot be used until it has been maintenanced. At the end of the day, empty the ultrasonic by draining or suctioning and wipe clean. Wipe all the countertops, drawers, and surfaces that may have been contaminated with a disinfectant wipe.